if you're joining me and if you're here live with me. But yeah, let me just show you around. First of all, show you my teaching partner who brings me these lovely stones from the beach. I think I got 3 this morning. Bailey, you're going to say good morning? Bailey. Bailey's always joining me on the map here. I mean, I don't blame her because it is pretty gorgeous here. And right. I've got the sea behind me. I've generally only got the sound of the sea and maybe the birds in the morning. Maybe it's the sound of the workers. So, yeah, this is Castaway Bar. There's a little pathway just down there to the beach. It's a little wild at the moment. Lots of wild around, but they've got a month of hard work to get it all set up. We're ready for guests arriving. They open on the 1st of April, so we've got this nice quiet time here at the moment. Let's have a look at Bailey here. Look at that. There we are. That's the goal of the practice. To be able to just flop and slump like that without, a lot of us are modern day problem is being tired but wired. So this is what we're trying to overcome with our practice, where we've got all the energy that we need throughout the day, and then when it comes to bedtime, we can get to sleep easily. You've got a very full tummy, lady. Hey. Oh, you're brilliant. Yeah, great. Great. So it's so much better than mine. That's why I've been lucky enough to get my own tech team here. Emotional support dog and tech team. I'll just switch that over there. It was a great position yesterday, I thought. Yeah. It makes a difference it maybe being a little higher, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So because the light was better, I wasn't so much of a shadow. Okay. You taking the class again? Are you going to do it again?
Oh, I thought you were asking Bailey.
I was, but you as well.
Yeah, I will, and I want to film something as well, like you doing the...
Yeah. Yeah, feel free. Whatever's going to be useful for here. That's already on, so... But I'm going to just trim it when I'm done. I'm hoping I'm going to get warm enough to actually take some layers off. I've got thermals on and everything at the moment. Thank you.
Yeah, it's...
So that's just magnetic then?
Yeah, it is. And... Wait. now.
Is Georgius coming as well?
I think he is. Because I was, as I look at the phone and I was like, oh no. I didn't realize.
We could go back a little. There, I think that's,
Yeah, I think that's it, right?
yeah, because I can always stand just there for when my arms go up.
Perfect.
Yeah, perfect. Perfecto. Perfecto. It's 11. My clock says 12, and it always says the wrong time. Get out the way. Where's my assistant teacher gone? Bailey! She's maybe going to find Georgius.
Maybe.
I've got stones everywhere she keeps bringing me. See, that colour's quite nice. Oh, there you are, Bailey. Come on. Class is starting. Good morning. Right. I think we'll get started, and anybody that joins wants to join. So we're going to start by from a seated position today. So I'm going to invite you, first of all, grounding coming into the body is going to be having a hug. So one of the best ways we can start a practice is with a little bit of oxytocin, a cuddle hormone. So I'm just going to invite you just to come into the body by rocking on the sit bones and gently rocking side to side with the elbows. So what we're going to be doing today, so often our emotional state can affect our physical state, but when we change our physical state, we can then change our emotional state. And today we're going to be doing shoulders and heart opening. So if you have shoulder pain, if you feel like your shoulders are stuck, also if you feel a little low on energy, it can be, the modern posture tends to be as rounded like this. So what we're going to be doing today is just getting a bit more freedom of movement around the shoulders. So let's change over the cross of the legs and have a hug again. And I'm going to share with you, assisted by Bailey this morning, I'm going to share with you one of my favourite practices for people that work at desks, which is a lot of people. So there's many of us now. If you just take a hug, even starting just to move the shoulders, a lot of us now are sitting at desks doing this, and then there's more stress, and then what happens to the body is the shoulders like lift up like this, and people are walking around like this, which makes you feel like you're scared and stressed the whole time. So I'm going to share with you today probably my favorite practice for unlocking tension around the shoulders. And this has been a game changer for me and for a lot of people to just bring back this open-heartedness in the chest. So we're going to start just with the right hand, or this hand, I'm going to say this hand for that side, and back of the hand just onto the back of the knee. And then what we're going to do is we're going to try and take the palm just in a full circle. So this is a really gentle start, and everybody needs this, I think. If you're not comfortable with legs crossed, always feel free to change your position. So we're just starting just simply by moving the hand. And then you'll notice that you can't get all the way around without kind of leaning in and then turning the hand around on, going to the back of the wrist and turning it around. So this is all we're going to try and do, is go full range of movement around with the hand. And so notice what needs to happen. You literally cannot just move the hand around like that. You need to lean in. You need to let the body move. And this teaches us, it informs us a bit about how the fascia works. So the body isn't lots of singular parts. It's not a machine, is it? You know this. Dogs know this. It's like the fascia is one big organ. So here's our first opening movement. So feel what's starting to happen around the shoulder as we move the hand and the body's having to move. We're starting to unlock the shoulder. So, and then from here, let's just take a pause and just feel the difference between the sides. Just pause, close the eyes, rest the hands on the knees and feel the difference. How's your shoulder feel on one side compared to the other? The side that we've been moving, it seems obvious that it will be softer. It's going to become a little bit more obvious in a moment. So let's change over the cross of the legs and let's just do the other hand. So we want to get this movement. We want to do it for as long as we did the other side. So maybe as we're just turning on the back of the hand here, you probably only get 180 degrees. So we have to start to, in order to go 360, you have to lean in and then the hand comes round. Yeah. So we start with, if we want to release tension in the shoulder, we need to start with the hands and the fingers. Look at this. So let's change over the cross of the legs. Let's begin 3 cups of tea. So we're going to imagine, you've got a cup and a saucer on this hand here. Yeah? You're balancing a cup and a saucer here. And then we're going to bring the hand in towards the waist. And we're going to let the body move, just relax the body. Then we're going to take the hand out to the side. There's our other cup of tea in front. Now it doesn't matter how far you go, but we're just seeing how this works. We're trying to balance the cup on the saucer. So we're going to bring the hand in, and you can always sit with the legs out like this. It's not comfortable with the legs crossed. But the key is we want the torso to move as the hands move. So we come in, we're going to go around, over the top. So we start with the hand out to the side. We bring it in towards the waist, we take it around behind, we bring it around in front, and then we bring it over the top. And this works with the natural spirals in the body. So if I was to try and do this with just the arm, that's not how the body works, really hard. So, and move the body in the direction that allows that to happen. And all we're doing, remember the mindset of just exploring, just being curious. And let's have a pause. Pause. Close the eyes and just sense the difference between the sides. Not yet. Compare now. Same position, just relax. You feel the shoulders like this. Let's change over the sides. So, hand starts out to the side, we bring it in. 1 cup of tea, another cup of tea. And then the third cup of tea is above the head. And then we bring it round. So bring it in. Remember, it doesn't matter how far you go, just get curious as to where you go. If there's no range of movement at all, it's not that just you know, just move it round. But it's just telling you you're stuck around the shoulder blade in between. The shoulder blades. If you work at a desk and on a the legs a little wider, bang the drums a little, just to wake up the cells, the fascia, circle the feet. We'll have a nice gentle one today, shall we? Go in the other direction. Remember, we're just playing around. Let's take the hands behind, sliding the legs in. We're just going to drop the knees side to side. So we're feeling the spiral. So as we drop the knees one side, the head goes in the other. The spiral is the key to unlocking the body's natural healing mechanism. The spiral, you know, Bailey, don't you? Yeah, see, that's the spiral. Look for spirals everywhere in nature. It's mathematics, Fibonacci sequence, science. Okay, let's swing the legs around behind. So we're going to get the spine moving. So you can stay facing me if you like, or come sideways on, up to you. But we're going to tuck the toes, we're going to plant the hands forward. And then we're just going to wave ourselves forward so the hips come forward, the shoulders over the wrists. And we're just gently going to press the hips down. From here, we're going to have a little look around. Dodging dogs. And then we're going to draw the belly in. Here we round back. Now as we come forwards this time, what we're going to do is bend the elbows, take a little bit more width between the hands. We're going to scoop forward. Here we find the wave, remember, from day 2. And then we round back. We're breathing in. We're getting space across the shoulders. They're stabilizing. We round back. And then from here, we're just going to move the whole of the body round, like in circles, because we're not linear beings. There's no straight lines in the body, did you know that? No. So, and then moving in the other direction, just get curious about how you unlock tension in the spine. Where do you need to move into? How do you get into those sticky bits? And now we're going to take the right right leg out to the side. Going to get a bit more into the shoulders. Again, we're going to sit back. Notice what's happening in the inner thighs, and we've got this pressing action. If you need just a little trick, if you need a bit of padding underneath that left knee, just fold the mat in. You've got a bit more padding here. Now we're going to plant the left hand, and then we're going to push down into that hand. And if you want to look this way first of all, we're going to unleash this right hand, and then we're going to take big circles. Okay, so, but the circles don't need to be organized. Just move this arm around with your attention in the place between the shoulder blades. Like, how do I move this arm? There's no, I can't do this, because you just move wherever is possible for you. So we're not getting stuck in a pose. Instead, we're moving in a way that unlocks tension. Okay, let's bring this hand down, and then let's release this right foot. We're just going to sit back towards the heels. It doesn't need to be all the way. Drop the head down, and again, just check in with the body. Maybe you feel the right side of your rib cage closer to the thigh. Maybe there's a difference in the feet, the side of the face. So let's lift off and do the other side. So we're going to take the left leg out to the side, and then we start just by, helps to tuck this right toe, and then we're sitting back, and it's just like you're chewing gum. Yeah, we're sitting, we're pressing back. And then just feel just the inside of the thigh. This is going to be a really lovely warm-up for hiking. So what we do from here, so we've started to soften here, inner thighs, core. We're going to plant your right hand now, and then the left arm. As you take a breath in, we've got this expansion, and we reach right through the fingers. And then we start to circle. But this circle isn't just, I'm just going to show you a bit better. The circle isn't just going like this. The circle is, how do I need to move in order to unlock here? There's where we're stuck. And so you move intuitively. So around different planes and spirals of movement. Great, and then let's bring the hand down. We're going to tuck both of the toes. We're going to sit back towards the heels. And then we're going to plug down into the hands. We're going to gently lift the tailbone and just start to pedal through the feet. When you get here, keep a good bend in the knees, relax the head, lift the tailbone high. And with the hands, it's like you're pushing the ground away with the hands. Yeah? And then we're going to lift the right leg up in the air. We're going to give it a shake out first of all. And then going to bring this knee underneath you. As slow as you can. You're lifting right up onto that left toe. You look between the hands, and then you gently step the foot between the hands. If you need to at this point, and it might not be so smooth, just take the ankle and bring it on through. And here, do you remember this? We're going to start to explore range of movement. And that's all it is, forwards and backwards. And we're starting to turn this right foot out and look over the shoulder. And here we can just start to free up this right arm. So what I'm not doing is like holding, I'm moving everything as a whole exploring as far around me as I can. And this stretch here is often called the greatest stretch in the world, but it's done best if you can get a little bit of freedom of movement, soften the tissues, and then now let's see where we go to as you open the arm and look behind you. Maybe you're turning the palm towards the sky. And there we've got freedom. Okay, let's bring this arm over. And let's bring this right leg back. Let's do the other side. All just prep for what we're going to be doing. So we're tucking the toes under. We're plugging down into the hands. The tailbone lifts. We get nice and soft here. So you're just moving around, bending the knees, exploring. And then we're going to lift the left leg up in the air. Give it a shake. Super slow. We're going to draw the belly in. We're going to bring the knee underneath. Start to look to where you're going to put the foot. And then we land the foot down between the hands and we drop the knee down. A little bit more like classic yoga, that step through, but done really slowly. It's very good for us. So we start off just in our lunge. This movement here as well is one of these movements our modern body so much needs. But if we were just to like hold in a lunge, you don't go very far, you don't make much progress. You want to go, okay, how do I need to move in order to get freedom of movement? And then we can free up this left hand. Start to circle the elbow. Moving around in it. Exploring those spaces around. Just your range of movement. That's what we're looking for. How do I get more air into my lungs? And then we can see where we've got to. So we're turning this left foot out. We can open this arm out, the palms lifting. Just ask yourself, how do I need to move in order to open my chest more, in order to breathe more deeply? And the body will put you there. Okay, let's bring that arm up and over. Let's come back to our starter blocks, I like to call these. And then here we're going to lift off the hips and we're going to walk the feet towards the hands. And then you can start to turn back towards the front if you're not already. And then we're going to draw the belly in and we're going to roll up to the upright. Oh, just taking a big yawning stretch. We're just going to lightly clasp the hands above the head here as we just want to lengthen the side body here. Just with some big circles. You might find clunks and clicks as you do this. As you do this, just try and relax the shoulders away from the ears. Build in a spiral. And then let's go in the other direction. Bailey dogs, fast asleep here. Just the head on my jumper. It's like the cutest thing in the world. Okay, then releasing the arms, just going to take a soft body bounce, just while I take another layer off. I think it's going to be one of those days that we're just bit by bit de-layering. So, 3 cups of tea, are we ready? This is it. I hope you're going to like the feeling of this. So we're going to take this leg, and we're going to step it back. We're going to find, it's a split stance. You can stay facing forward. I'm just going to show you from the side. So I'm not leaning forward. I'm not going for my biggest lunge. I want soft bend in the knees, and it's as if I'm buoyant. Yeah, so just like you probably do this in martial arts, like this, like, you know, get ready to be able to kick, and then you find your balance again. So let's take this arm out the way, just to the hip, and this arm. This is balancing your cup and saucer, balancing your cup of tea. So we're going to bring the arm forward. We stay buoyant. We can bend down a little here. and thinking, how do I take this arm out to the side? I need to lean in. Just let the body move. Yeah, you've got it. And then you bring this arm around and up and over. If you can, follow the hand with the gaze, like just watch the hand, and then it comes round. Yeah, you've got it. Yeah, it comes around, it comes in front. So we've got internal rotation. We're going through range of movement. We've got external rotation, but it's this side of the body is moving as a whole. That's the most effective movement, is the body moving as a whole, not in separate parts. We are bio-intelligent organisms, constantly interacting with our environment, constantly adapting to changing circumstances, constantly communicating. Oh, so this is 3 cups of tea. Just be mindful you don't hold the breath as you're concentrating. That happens. And stay soft and relaxed. Once you get the hang of it, you can kind of start to explore going a little further, get in range of movement, almost like throwing the arm around. You've got this lunge as well. Now let's step that leg in. Let's take a moment. Feet flat. Rest the arms. Close the eyes. I'm going to invite you to sense the changes. We think it's about the hand, about the cup and saucer, but what's the difference between the feet? What's the difference between the knee, the hip, the arm, the breath, even the side of the face? Just notice. And then let's open the eyes. How's this side doing? Kind of going, what about me? What about me? Yeah, don't worry. Let's step this leg back. Did you feel the differences there? Yeah. So if you work at a desk, you do this stuff. This one unlocks everything. So, nice and buoyant, hand out. This hand just out the way. 1 cup of tea. Another behind you. Another kind of a in front, and you take it over the head. It's really just 1 continuous cup of tea rather than 3. So in. If you've lost the direction, you can just restart with me now. Forward, in. Notice what's happening to the shoulder, but also here, most people have got these knots of tension there because of working at desks. This, you can even do it sat down, but I'd say, get up from your desk and do this on every hour, and then you'll unlock all that tension around the shoulders. Let's do a couple more. I'm going to go on for about a minute or 2. Be on time. I think it'll equate to still 30 minutes, because I've got a challenge for you after this. This all leads into this part here, which is one of my favorite. I call it a movement snack. So something that you can do, you can get up from your desk and you can do this. So we're going to do both arms. Now it's a little different doing both arms. We need a soft bend in the knees, not tucked under, not sticking out, just somewhere neutral. So as if, you've been to India, you need to go and pee in one of those loos. There we are, we're open there. So, hands come in, fingertips in towards the waist. Here, what's having to happen? So I'm taking the arms out, I'm having to round and curl in. And this is okay. And then as I lift the cups up here, I'm straightening out the front of the body, I open out wide, and then I soften down. So it's just half the movement, but on both sides. And then we get this delicious wave in the body. So we start from here, hands come forward, fingertips in towards the waist. Here we're rounding in, the arms go out to the side. You push the cups of tea up towards the sky, and there we've got this opening of the front pathway of the body. We open, bring it round, we open up the back pathway. And then once you get the feel of this, you can literally just start to throw the arms around, and you can walk around doing this. You can just whoosh, whoosh. It's like you've been caught by the wind, and today's air day. We're going to be going up to the top of the summit. Sveti Nikola, highest place on Far Island, and I might get the guys doing a little bit of this with the wind. It's like just get caught by the wind from being in this stuck position from working at a desk, and it's literally going to make you feel a load better. Clarity of mind comes from air element. So let's just release and just stand there, just have the feet comfortable distance apart. Just sense how it feels to just be freed up a little around here, and just to be able to breathe in a little deeper. Have a look around you, and you can see more, you can feel more. Maybe you naturally want a little spiral. So let's take one big breath today, all about the air. Breathing in all that clean, fresh, lovely oxygen from this Adriatic coast, and breathing out, bringing it down into your heart. And from mine to yours. Good morning, dobro jutro, dan. Vidimo se sutra. See you tomorrow. Bye. 3 cups of tea.